First, I think it's important to recognize that there are a range of reasons that are slowing down or impeding consumers from choosing green or greener products. And these reasons vary from one market to the next based on the socioeconomic background of the people who are purchasing these goods and of their value system, among other things. So if we understand that we need a differentiated approach, however, we also need to keep in mind that there are some common trends, regardless of which country we are looking at. I would say one of the obstacles is the way that we try to sell those green products. Very often we notice that the approach used by a particular brand is too generic. And speaking in the Indonesian context, we notice that a growing number of companies are trying to use green marketing, but they're doing this in a non-specific kind of way. And in doing so, they are losing opportunities of talking with their consumers in a relevant kind of way. So that's one issue. The other issue is that too many self-advertised green products are actually still too expensive beyond the purchasing power of the masses. And there will really be a need in the future to tackle this problem to make sure that green consumption can become more mainstream. A third issue I would identify is the problem of availability. There is a growing goodwill on behalf of consumers to actually make the right choice. However, very often when they are shopping in the supermarkets, in the aisles, they do not come across these products. And so an opportunity here again is lost to get the good products across to these people.
So what opportunities do you see in sustainable consumption?
What we're noticing in Indonesia, as you probably know already, is that the middle class is growing very fast. Since the late 2000 until 2009, the middle class more or less doubled. And of course, as a result, the purchasing power of all these people also has grown. So this presents its own set of environmental problems, obviously. On the other hand, because these people also have more education, more awareness about environmental issues, they are ready to be offered products that would reduce their environmental impact. And based on a study which Catalyze Sustainability Communications ran early in 2011, we see that urban environmental issues in particular are very high on the agenda, not on the agenda, but on the priorities of consumers. And so companies could really be addressing those environmental problems by, for example, promoting products and services which help consumers to address these problems in a practical and easy way. One example would be public transportation. We see that many people are concerned about the issue of transportation. Here in Jakarta, we can see this very well with the streets clogged by traffic. People know that not everyone, of course, but a growing number of people realize that they should be taking public transportation. That's the right thing to do. There's a lot of discussion around this. However, there is a lack of practical solutions for people to take buses because these buses are dirty, they are old, they are not convenient, and so we need some innovation. We need some entrepreneurs to tap into this opportunity and to provide some solutions to consumers.
So what role do you see for retailers in this?
Looking at retailers have their own set of problems and opportunities, I guess. What we see in Indonesia is that the retailer sector is growing extremely fast and reaching areas that until recently only had traditional markets, for example. And people are not just using malls, for example, just to go shopping, but it's a place where you hang out and where some people spend a lot of time. Some people spend their weekends there, as opposed to going to the park or out of town, for example. And so I think the opportunity here for the retail sector is that they have this extended contact with consumers, and as a result, they have the opportunity to build relationships with consumers and to start talking to them about environmental issues, especially urban environmental issues, which are so important for Indonesian consumers. And then to help to provide sustainable lifestyle solutions through the shops in the malls, through the supermarkets, and not only will that provide benefits to them in terms of loyalty of the consumers to these to these shops, but I think this would really help over the long term to start changing the consumption behavior of these people.